Hello there. How's your to-do list? If, like me, you find to-do lists ineffective in getting things done, this video is for you. Welcome back. My name is Raymond Huan, and if you own a business, you are interested in business, or you wish to learn about the tips and tricks on how to operate your business better, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button that you see before you right now. To-do lists. Love or loathe them. It has been found to be helpful in getting things done. And some of us do it well, others do it with grudging respect, yet others give up as they find it to be a more hindrance than a help. Let me share with you my experience with creating to-do lists, and tell me if you have a similar experience. When I first made my to-do list, I started putting in everything that I had to do or my work into it. Over time, as I ticked off the completed tasks, I added more tasks to the list. And as the list was never finished, it started to get frustrating for me. And it frustrated me so much that I could not get it down to a certain length that I started ignoring the list and not wanting to be reminded of the things that I needed to do but didn't want to do, or of the non-urgent things that still needed to be done but could wait. Do you know what I mean by that? Do you know why the list didn't help? It's because it reminded me that the job was never complete. The longer I looked at it, it became a consistent reminder of what I have yet to do. I started getting desensitized to the tasks on those lists. And as the sense of urgency to get things done started to fade due to looking at that ever-expanding to-do list, it only furthered my stress and frustration. So what did I try doing? I ended up creating a to-do list for a to-do list so that the original to-do list ends up being shorter, in the hope that I could actually finish all the work I needed to do. Let me say though that creating a to-do list is not a bad thing. There's a reason why it's considered a productivity tool. The problem with this particular to-do list that I did, like most people tend to do, is that over time, I psychologically trained myself to not look at it. It lacked the urgency within me. It also doesn't take into consideration how much time it takes to complete each item on the list. So what can we do instead, and what can we learn from what I've done? The problem might not be on the list itself, but on how we plan the lists. To make it work, we need to do more than pile on our to-do list, like what I did. If you want to be more productive with your to-do list, here's what you should do, and take it from the lessons that I've learned. The lack of urgency reduces the efficiency of to-do lists. However, adding a deadline creates that sense of urgency that compels us into action. And if tasks don't get ticked off, they get put off for another time. And then more urgent things enter the list until they sit in perpetuity to the end of the list. If it needs to get done, you put a deadline on it. And if it's an important task, don't just put it on your to-do list, put it into your calendar. You're more likely to finish a task if you make time for it. Here's another problem with my to-do list when I did it. It doesn't normally say how much time it takes to finish a task. Not all tasks are created equal, and sending a reply email takes less time than creating a report or a pitch deck. So when you put something in your to-do list, even better, if it's in your calendar, make sure you have enough time to accomplish the task. For example, if you're making a report or a pitch deck, think about all the important steps you need to take before you accomplish the entire task. And then think about how much time you need for each subtask or step. Do you need to do some research, or do you have enough information for you to create that particular report? If you do need to do research, how much time do you think you will need? How many documents do you need to go through to get enough information? Once you have figured out how much time it takes to accomplish the entire task, make sure you add that into your calendar. If the task requires that you do it in a predictable frequency, such as taxes or quarterly reports, it's best to turn them into a recurring event in your calendar. In this way, you don't forget to do it. You've made the time to do it, and it's a one-off task to your to-do list. If at some point you learn that you can delegate or automate it, do just that, because automating it saves you both time, effort, and mental space. So what makes to-do lists inefficient and ineffective at times? They don't give you a sense of urgency, and neither do they indicate how much time it takes to accomplish each task. Instead, put them on a calendar as an event and allocate enough time for that event. That is, your tasks. Make recurring events if you need them on a predictable frequency and automate them as soon as possible. There is still a place for to-do lists. It's still a tool that helps you stay productive. But for important tasks, please make sure you complement your list with other tools in your arsenal to ensure you accomplish them. My name is Raymond Huan. Thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to catching up with you in the next video very soon.